Hello all and welcome back to the second video in the makeup tutorial series for the game Entropia Universe. Today I will be going over taking a conceptual design and bringing it to life within the game. This tutorial will cover how I start my design process, including the basic blocking out of my current design in-game. I am going to be creating a new makeup mask that will take inspiration from Carnival and Masquerade masks. In later tutorials, I will be covering more natural makeup types, as well as the type of makeup you would see in the real life world over these more artistic styles. The third video will cover the shading process for this particular mask, so do check that one out when I post it. This type of art style will take a lot of practice to learn, so please take your time, and if you do something wrong, you can always redo it. Each person will have their own style or way of working, so my style might be different from yours, but I hope at least to inspire you to give it a go. I personally will be using a mouse to draw with for this tutorial. My mouse does have a sensitivity setting which will help with the more detailed work, but it's not a requirement to have a sensitivity setting. I have yet to try it out with a tablet to draw with, but if you have done it, I would love to hear your experiences with it or even see some of your designs. You can either join my Discord or the Next Island one to show off your designs. I'll leave the links in the description below. That being said, let's get into it. The design I'm going to be creating today is this one. I will put it up on the screen. This won't be an exact copy into the game, as it's really hard to copy something like this into the game, but I'm going to be using this as a base for my design. You don't have to do this, you can go straight into the process if you know what you want to do, but for me this is my working style, so I like to draw it out beforehand, so I have a plan of what I want to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start blocking out with the black color, and then I'll probably speed up the video so you don't have to sit through all of that because it's going to take me a while to make sure that I've got it blocked out. I'm going to do one half first and then we'll do the copy on the other side. Here I'm going to be blocking out just the basic shape so that I can see where I want to put my lines. As I am going over this, what I will do is explain that I am going over this a couple of times with the black color to make sure that it is a solid black color, otherwise the opacity will show through. Next I will be blocking out the gold color for this design, so I'll be using a yellow paint and using a finer line to go over and block out where I want my lines for this yellow color. We will then try and do a crisscross pattern where the eye is to create this textural element to the mask that I will then use shading to really bring out. I will then go over this with a white cosmetic pen. This is going to help us outline the design so we can see exactly where our edge of this design is. We're not going to worry too much about the stuff outside of the lines, as this will be cleaned up in a later process. What I will then do is go in with the black colour just to clean up a few lines and make sure that everything is looking as clean as it can be. And this is what I mean by the shadows in the game are going to really affect your thing. So it's just starting to turn nighttime on Next Island, so we're going to find a new place to finish up this design. We have now moved over to ancient Greece, as some of these buildings have a really good lighting, so we're just going to finish up the second side using the first side as a base for this design. Now that I've cleaned up some of the lines, I'm going to grab our makeup remover rough, which is this one. And I'm just going to go around and clean up some of these lines on the outside. And then once I've done that, this will be our base for the next video. So the next video I will cover about going over and doing the shading for this to make it look a little bit more 3D. Okay, so this will then give us our base for the next video. So the next one we will be going over how to do the shading and making things look a little bit more 3D. So hopefully I will see you all in the next video, and please remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future. I'll see you all later.